Welcome to H2O Croutons.
I'm Alexis.
And I'm Jennifer. Together, we're mother.
And daughter co-host. Think Gen Z.
Meets Gen X. And let the games begin. We're here to add a little crunch to your day with real talk on everything from A to Z.
From pop culture and the latest news to deep dives on topics that you didn't even know you cared about, we've got you covered.
So, grab a drink, get cozy, and let's dive in. This is H2O Croutons. Hey everybody, welcome to H2O Croutons. This is Jennifer.
And this is Lexi.
Who?
Lexi.
Lexi who?
Boo-hoo.
Lexi boo. So, Lexi wants to lead this episode. She had an idea. Sounds kind of fun. I'm really good at giving advice, so maybe.
If anyone's been on the internet for any amount of time, you pretty much know of Reddit. And on Reddit, one of the more well-known subreddits is, sorry for the beep that you're going to put in here, Am I the Now, I've seen YouTubers go through and make whole videos based off of this subreddit and then add in their own commentary, which is where I kind of stole the idea from. It's definitely a stolen idea. So, this one is a good one to start with since April Fool's is today. It is April Fool's today.
Happy April Fool's Day. Watch out.
I guess.
You're in trouble now. Ooh.
Goodness.
You should watch out. You better watch out. Oh, wait.
You better not cry. You better not
pout. I'm telling you why.
Santa Claus is coming to town. Okay.
Bing.
We're not leaving that in there, by the way. We're going to edit that out, right?
He knows when you're awake.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
He knows when you've been bad or good.
So be good for goodness sake.
Okay, I gotta stop for your copyright violation.
What are we going to get a copyright on? I'm sure probably by now, almost 100-year-old song? No way.
I don't know. Excuse me. Copyright actually lasts 75 years plus after the date.
Which is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But,
well.
So they get to die and then you got 75 more years. So I guess that means anybody in this lifetime
is going to forget about it.
No.
Unless it's like some historical text.
No, I'm just saying that anybody in this lifetime, like, I'm never going to get rights to it. So
yeah.
The next generation's going, so, how about that?
Gonna get that money. Okay. As I was saying, so I'm not gonna, say the users of these people for privacy reasons. You can go and find them, obviously. It's just, I would rather not deal with issues. So, I mean, people say that, you know what? Yes, I am, because people all the time say the users.
You'll give them credit.
Yeah, sure. Sure. This one is from Constant Pressure 4241. AITA for charging a quote-unquote entry fee for a family dinner on April 1st, leading my aunt to think it was an April Fool's joke. Foos. I, 26 female, am the go-to host for family dinners, and I usually enjoy it. But my aunt, 55 female, has a frustrating habit. She shows up uninvited with extra guests like food or random relatives without telling me. It's happened too many times, leaving me to stretch food and space on the spot. I've asked her nicely to give me a heads up, but she just says, quote unquote, family should be spontaneous, and ignores me. Oh God. Okay. With today being March 31st, I'm hosting a family dinner tomorrow, April 1st, for my parents' anniversary. Knowing my aunt will likely crash it with extras, I decided to try something new. Last week, I sent a group message saying that because hosting keeps rising and the guest list keeps growing, I'm asking each adult to chip in $10 to cover expenses. I figured this was a fair way to handle it without pointing fingers. Tomorrow's a big day, but I can already picture it. My aunt will roll up with 3 unannounced friends. When I ask for $10 contributions at the door, she'll probably laugh and say, quote unquote, oh, great April Fool's joke. I'll have to explain it's not a prank and it's all about respect and planning, especially when she keeps doing this. I'm betting she'll get mad, call me stingy, and storm off. which has happened before when I've set boundaries. She sounds narcissistic to me. Not narcissistic, controlling. People throw around narcissistic way too easily sometimes. But, anyway, the family's already split. Some think I should let it slide since it's a special occasion. And tomorrow's April Fool's Day, and that might confuse things. While others say I'm right to stand my ground. I'm worried my aunt will spin it as me pulling a quote-unquote mean prank if she takes it the wrong way. TLDR, am I the asshole for charging an entry fee for tomorrow's dinner, even though it's on April 1st?
What does a date have to do with it? That's the first question I have.
I mean, with it being April 1st, I can kind of see where someone might think it's a joke.
Well, then that's their problem. I mean, just say, look, it's an April Fool's joke.
Yeah.
I need you to contribute because things are getting expensive. And boom, problem solved.
And I don't disagree with that. But the only other thing I'm thinking of is maybe they aren't bringing money with them because I think it's some, like, silly joke that's just going to go away.
And most people don't carry cash anymore.
Exactly. I mean
there's few that do, but...
Yeah, I mean, you could write a check, but...
I don't think anybody writes checks anymore at all.
God, I know they barely taught us that in school.
Be like, can you, like, PayPal that to me, please? At this address?
Cash App it. Buy
me a coffee. Goodness. Patreon.
Yeah, we have those, by the way.
Out there if you'd like.
Should I read some of these responses off?
No.
No? Okay.
So, your determination. Are they an a-hole?
I think no. I understand it because it does get expensive.
Yeah.
I think it might be the wrong day for it, but I don't think they're an asshole for it.
I don't think the date has a freaking thing to do with it, though. I just don't. Yeah. I mean, that's like me looking at a calendar going, well, you know, this calendar says March 17th. Am I a jerk for asking on this day? Is this a holy day or something? No, because that is the last thing St. Patrick's Day was.
Yeah. Am I the for telling my wife she can't cook?
Oh.
Automatic yes. Okay. I, 29 male, have been with my wife, 28 female, for 8 years. And meals are just about the only plate... Let me get my mind on this. Let me get my ADHD in check. And meals are just about the only place of contribution in our marriage. But I'm scared she's going to kill someone one day. Dang.
That's bad. I can't even imagine.
She must think mayo's spicy or something.
Oh, another grandma. Hi, Mom.
Oh, Jesus. Don't get me in trouble for saying that.
You did, though.
Shh. No.
Lexi's the one that says you say mayo's too spicy. And she's right. And you know she's right.
Anyway.
You can interview her soon.
Mom. Anyway, background. We split the cooking in our house 50-50, but when she cooks, I feel like I have to watch her like a hawk. She undercooks about everything, especially meat, and no matter how many times I try to politely correct her, she claims I'm being picky. No, it's called... But when she cooks, I feel like I have to watch her like a hawk. She undercooks just about everything, especially meat. And no matter... it's gonna turn into this again. I'm gonna try this one last time. No.
It's turned into the giggle episode.
No. But when she cooks, I feel like I have to watch her like a hawk. She undercooks just about everything, especially meat. And no matter how many times I try to politely correct her, she claims I'm being picky. For example, every time she makes rice, I can't just convince her that it's 1 part rice, 2 parts water. She always says, "Are you sure? That seems like a lot of water." Or, "Maybe that's how you like it, but I don't want it so mushy." The package in Google won't convince her either. Ugh. And I just swallow my pride and eat the crunchy rice every time.
Nope.
Exactly.
You gotta go. If that rice is crunchy, you get out of the kitchen.
Yeah.
Right now.
It's like that with everything. Pasta, veggies, bread, meat. The thing is, I wouldn't care so much if it was just me, but she always wants to cook for our friends. She really prides herself on her cooking. Oh no. And wants to make everything herself. I just trail behind her. trying to make sure it's all edible, but there's usually a few dishes that end up drastically oversalted or undercooked. I feel so bad for your kidneys. Our friends will politely eat. I've noticed they've been coming to fewer and fewer invitations for dinner. Things all came to a head the other night when she went to put some chicken in the oven as I was hopping in the shower. When I came out, she had pulled the chicken out and said dinner was ready. I was skeptical and told her that I'd only been in 10 minutes. She said she pan-seared it first, so it should be fine.
Wait. She pan-seared what? I'm sorry, excuse me. I am eating H2O Croutons right now. But what?
She pan-seared the chicken first, so it should be fine. That was only in the oven for 10 minutes, right? Oh.
Okay.
But when I came to look, the sides were literally pink. I snapped a little and told her she's going to kill someone one day from serving them raw meat. Can't you see that it's pink? That's literally food safety number 1. This guy sounds like you, yelling at me. She has said these same things to me before. Because of dirty dishes, raw food, which I'm much better at cooking food all the way. What?
No.
Yeah.
It took me, years.
Yeah.
You can't do Lexi, you have to make sure it's done.
She said that she thought it was done and that it's not her fault. Her mother never showed her how to cook chicken growing up. It's called...
Mom.
Huh?
Neither did my mom.
Yeah, and it's called you look it up on Google or find someone who can. Or,
yes.
Just search or just say, Echo. What is the temperature for cooked chicken?
If I get a copyright violation.
It's not going to pick up.
It did, but it's very low. You turn the volume down.
Echo. Stop. This person's wife needs to know it's 165 degrees Fahrenheit. You don't stick it all the way through the chicken, just halfway.
And the biggest part of it.
And the biggest part of it.
And that includes meat.
Yes.
And when you're cooking meat, what do you do to make sure it doesn't go over temp?
I don't know.
You pull it off about 5 degrees before that.
Oh.
Actually, if you want a perfect chicken breast, because chicken breast is really easy to overcook. So we're going to do a side note. So if you're listening, pay attention. You want the perfect chicken breast, sear it, put it in the oven until it's done, watch your temperature, pull it at 162, get it out, cover it. I promise you when that chicken gets taken out, juicy.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Let's see. He said, I told her, well, you're almost 30. That's no excuse for not knowing how to cook at all. Jeez. Needless to say, she was pretty upset with me, and I could have been nicer. No. But I've been nice for 8 years and nothing has changed. Am I the asshole?
Okay.
No.
First of all, you are used to your mother. He wasn't at it, but we all understand why.
Yes.
Because it's risky business at this point, right?
Exactly, and she's
no
not...
more risky business, so this is just done.
Except the issue is, she's not... he's told her multiple times, you're gonna, you're undercooking it, Right. Blah, 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 blah. He's not the asshole. He said multiple times nicely.
Direct, but
yeah.
He needs to handle it better, and I'm going to tell you why. And this is coming from a very direct mother.
Mm-hmm.
She's clearly not getting the message, so he's going to have to level it up. But he needs to go up, make her face him, and go, honey, I need you to look at me right now. Here, and just have a few things printed up that show why she's wrong.
Yeah.
How you're supposed to do this, and have verifiable, really good sources, I don't know, Gordon Ramsay. That's where I learned to cook.
Well, and he even said Google and the packaging are not enough to convince her otherwise.
But Gordon would be.
I don't know.
Maybe. Well, okay.
Unless he was there to put her head in between two pieces of bread and say,
What are you?
I'm an idiot sandwich.
Say it again?
My verdict is not the asshole still. What's your verdict?
He kind of says he was.
Okay, fine. So is that your verdict?
So, yeah.
Okay.
I do think he was. I do think he been handled, I don't know, a little bit better.
Okay.
But I get it. I totally get it. It's kind of I don't condone what Luigi did, but I totally understand why he did it. The same situation. We're going to start calling situations like that Luigi's.
Luigi's.
It's a new thing.
Okay, so this one is shorter.
Okay.
This is from no_kitchen 3308. If you have no kitchen, I am so sorry for you.
All right. She is the most blonde, pink-haired girl I've ever known. Oh my. Huh?
You made me sound like, oh god, it's not Regina. It's the girl that Amanda Seinfeld plays in Mean Girls.
Huh?
Okay, this one is, am I the asshole for leaving my boyfriend's birthday party after what he said to me? Went to his party and made a proper effort to look nice, wore a cute top and jeans, and I felt really good in it. The first thing he says to me is, oh, I thought you'd dress up a little more, or do your makeup or something. And then laughs and goes, nah, I'm joking, chill. Everyone else laughed too, and I just stood there like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't realize I looked that bad. I stayed for a bit and tried to act normal, but ended up leaving early. Now he's saying I embarrassed him and made a big deal for nothing. Am I the asshole, or was it actually out of order?
Yes.
She's the asshole?
Why?
I don't think she should have left, so yeah. But
I think when he reiterated it in front of everyone,
yeah,
I'm just joking. Like, almost like he was trying to make her go, what? Well, something of that reaction, because guys love dress, okay? And I understand her position. In other words, this is another Luigi situation.
Yeah.
Where I understand why she's mad. But she needs to think about his perspective. Guys think differently. Nobody's been able to decode it all these years. But I'm telling you, when he said, no, I was just joking. Guys do not think, let me underhandedly say something so she gets the point. That's women.
That's not true.
Well, yes, it is.
Trump and Zelensky.
Trump and Zelensky, he flat out said.
Well, and in this, how she said it was like, he was more of saying it like, I thought you'd dress up a bit more, or maybe do your makeup or something.
That's you putting your twist
no,
on it.
because,
yes, it was.
No, because, never mind. I say she should have stayed, so yes, she is still the asshole. Because I feel like that's something, like, you stay, you work through it, and you talk about it later.
Exactly. I raised you all. We don't even need a sound clip. We just got the best applause.
This is from the user SadBlueberry2880. I kind of like that username, I'm not gonna lie. SadBlueberry. Okay. Am I the asshole for wanting away from my family? For context, I, female 18, have a toxic family. Growing up, I craved the attention and love I saw all my other cousins get, and I never got it. About a year ago, I moved in with my grandma. It's been a downhill spiral since I moved in. She's taken my door, my light bulbs, my sheets, my pillowcases, and more.
Jeez.
She's went through all my stuff. I left a note in my underwear drawer just in case she went through it, and she told me that my aunt found the note. I felt so disgusted. I went away, and I genuinely don't know if I'm overreacting. Almost everyone in my family thinks that I'm the bad guy, even though she has lied to me so many times. She once told me she hated me, but told my family that I was the one who said it. I'm just conflicted. You're not the asshole. I'm sorry. I'm just... Going through your kid's stuff is one thing, except you're 18. Exactly. Yeah. And she's 18.
Yeah. Now, there are people who would say, well, if you're in my home...
Yeah. Like, no... If you're that kind of people, you need to go to Bill Perry's page and watch some of his videos and see how he parents. He's a pretty good parent from what I can tell. But, this...
We actually set up we have a finished part of the basement and an unfinished part of the basement. And we took that entire finished part and set Lexi up her own little mini apartment, sans bathroom and kitchen. Like, she's got her own little living room space and her privacy.
My own little office space and my bedroom space. Yeah. It's really nice. It's like a little studio apartment.
It is. And we'll eventually put some walls down there. Well, there's a wall down between finished and unfinished and all that, but I'm saying an extra wall so there's a hallway down. But we'll talk about that somewhere else. But we have more plans. But the point is, there's a certain level of if she were to do something that was potentially causing harm, or you think they're doing something, drugs,
that would be understandable.
Yes.
Except,
but if you don't, you need to respect the privacy of the adult. Forget the fact that they have any kind of a grandchild or child status with you.
Yes.
And tell them. And if you have rules, you probably should have established that before this person moved in. Girl, right?
Yes.
So she should have left a really funny note in her drawer. I hope that instead of it being like something, stay out of my panty drawer, it'd be something like, so you like panties? Just something to make that person or grandma or aunt, whoever, just go,
oh my God.
Just, something to talk about. I used to do that kind of stuff all the time.
Privacy is such an important thing at that age, especially, like, you're just becoming an adult, you have a lot more responsibilities, a lot more things to do, you want your own personal space, your own place away from people. Sometimes, because as much as we can love our family, sometimes we need our time away.
Yes, we do.
If you guys went through my stuff like that, like, you used to whenever I was a kid, not necessarily like that, but like...
I was going to say, whoa, I'm mid-yawn, and I was like, wait,
No, y'all have gone through my pillowcases before, but that's because I used to have, like, laptops in my pillowcases.
She was very sneaky with everything.
I was.
She's really good at that kind of crap.
I hid being on the internet for 3 years? 3 years?
Yeah.
3.
She was really good at it, too.
It was stressful.
One day, her mom caught on and was like, wait a second.
We're going to go through your laptop and phone, and if we find something... All right, fine, I'm on Discord, Twitter... What? Huh? How long? 3 years? 3 years? That's pretty much how it went down.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and take a break here, and... we'll be right back.
We'll be back right after this. Stay tuned.
Does anyone else have that one podcast recommendation? When you're yearning for genuine connection, the podcast recommendation is perfect with the Soul Connection podcast. That's where H2O Croutons comes in. It's like eavesdropping on the coolest Gen X mom and her Gen Z daughter. They chat, argue, and laugh about everything you think you shouldn't talk about. It's fresh, it's fun, and never boring. Tune in and trust me, you'll be hooked.
Welcome back. So we're going to do a little bit more of these. Yes.
This one's a pretty decent one.
Mm-hmm.
Am I the asshole for low-key...
Yes.
For low-key contributing to my ex-friend's social isolation?
Oh, Jesus.
Already kind of, yeah, especially if you know you're doing it, but okay. And this was from Girl with Many Problems.
Oh, she had 99 problems, but he ain't one?
No, but she ain't one.
It's her friend.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
This is going to be a long one, so please bear with me.
Oh, God.
And English isn't my first language. I, 23 female, have a friend, Anya, also 23, not her real name, who I've known since high school. Anya struggles with body image issues. We supported her, helping her with tasks, encouraging her healthy journey, offering advice on relationships. Despite her challenges, she maintained a positive outlook. But as her confidence grew, like a switch, she became obnoxious. She started treating us more like personal assistants. She'd ask us to do things for her, small or big, and sulk if we said no. I hated confrontation, so I usually just complied. The biggest mistake I made was agreeing to room with Anya in college. I was struggling financially and thought splitting rent would help. Although my family was financially stable, my course was expensive. I was struggling financially and thought splitting rent would help. Although my family was financially stable, my course was expensive. We were friends, so living together seemed like a good idea. But it wasn't. Living with Anya for 5 months was exhausting. We set up a system for chores, but I ended up doing everything. Even when she did help, she acted like I was making her do it. I was too afraid to confront her to say no, so I just dealt with it. Even as classmates, it wasn't the bonding experience I expected. She'd leave me behind to hang out with her new friends, but would still brag to others about how we were lifelong friends. It didn't make sense to me. Anya also asked me to help with schoolwork, and if I was busy and said no, she sulked. But when I needed help, she wasn't there. things got worse. My mental health was already bad, but living with her made it worse. She'd always say, I helped you, why can't you do the same? Which made me feel like everything came with a price. I stopped accepting her help, but when I refused, she got annoyed and threw everything she did for me in my face. I kept track of all the things she helped me with and paid her back immediately to stop her from holding it over me.
Smart move.
Her favorite line, if you need anything, just ask. I'm happy to help a friend. But then a day later, it would be, I did this for you. You should be grateful.
Oh, God, people like that. Sorry.
You're fine. After all that, for months, I noticed people were distancing themselves from Anya. She didn't seem to notice, but I did. I spoke to a few classmates, and they shared their frustrations about Anya's entitled behavior. She already had a bad reputation, but my petty self worsened it by telling them about my experience with her as a friend for years. Of her as a student, a friend, a leader. For the next 2 years of college, Anya was isolated. I realized I might have contributed to her isolation. So, am I the asshole?
No. It's so funny the different perspectives we've had so far. Gen X versus Gen Z.
I want to say not the asshole, because you gotta worry about your own mental health.
It sounds to me like she knew her friend was using her, and her friend knew that she was using her.
Yes.
So, when you have a situation like that, and she stayed non-confrontational, which confront, man.
Yeah.
You can't let people walk all over you like that. My inner Gen X was like, why did you not say anything? I'd be like, excuse me.
Yeah.
But I think what needed to happen is Anya needed to learn to have some self-accountability.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I tell people, know your role.
Yes.
And when you mess it up, fix it. Anyway, so self-accountability is a really big, important thing in this case, and I think that Anya needs to grow, and right now this is probably a really good thing for her so she can self-reflect on what she did wrong.
Yes.
Work on not doing it again, and if she didn't learn the lesson from the situation, she's never going to learn, and that's not somebody you really want to hang around. And if you do, you'll keep them at arm's distance, so just enough to keep them around, but not enough to get close.
Yeah. I kind of say, kind of the asshole, but kind of not. I'm a little flip-floppy on it.
Right.
I don't really know
how
to
need
explain
information. I gotta know why.
Because if she feels like she contributed, then there's obviously some reason that she's not telling us that she feels like she contributed.
But it's just a guilt thing that sometimes people carry things that are not their responsibility.
And that's right. That could be. Yeah.
She knows something's going on, and I think it's an empathy factor play.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Okay, my friend's out there, did I do something? She seems like the nicer person that she cares enough to go,
yeah.
Do I a jerk? I didn't mean to be, but this is really affecting me.
Yeah.
As opposed to Anya, who's not even going to her and going, am I a jerk? So, you gotta kind of think of it from both perspectives and look at a bigger picture.
Yeah.
So.
We're gonna do a couple more. Am I the asshole if I don't invite my stepmother, who had an affair with my father, to my wedding? This is from Unimpressed Hebe?
We don't care. Nobody really cares. Nobody knows what's her screen name.
Shebe? Yeah.
Shebe?
Shebe.
Shebe.
Alright, guys. Here we go. The background. She's technically no longer married to my father. They got legally divorced for financial reasons. My dad basically doesn't want her taking his money, but still live together and don't tell anyone they're divorced.
Sorry.
I love the drama.
This is like you're 1-2 lines in, and I'm going, oh my god, this is not a family I want to be around.
No. Okay. I hate her, and I don't say that lightly. The story goes, I met her daughter in 7th grade, and we became close friends. So, her mom and my mom became friends. In 8th grade, I realized her daughter was a terrible girl, and our friendship ended because she got a quote-unquote new best friend. In 8th grade, I would purposely exclude, what does this okay. It's the backstory. I'm not trying to judge you, and unimpressed, whatever. I'm just a little lost.
My head hurts.
Because she got a new best friend. In 8th grade, she would purposely exclude me from activities, sit backwards towards me,
This is one of those situations where you're giving way too much detail.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, here. We'll just skip to the end of it. Basically, what happened was, as they said, her mom and my mom remained friends. Then, freshman year of high school, my mom and I found out she was having an affair with my dad. My ex-stepmother... So my ex-stepmother was friends with my mom and also has a daughter who bullied me and had an affair with my dad. The daughter had an affair with your dad? I'm sorry. Work on your grammar. I'm not trying to bully you, but I kind of am.
Alright, Grammarly. Come on.
Got married to him when I was 19 years old. After my dad tried getting back with my mom twice, but cheated on my mom again with my stepmother, so my mom finally had to leave. Since their marriage, she has seen my mom once at the grocery store and called my mom a B****CH.
A biscuit?
Sure, a biscuit.
Okay. That's what we say when we're trying to say the other word.
Something I will never forget to go along with everything else she already did. She said rude things about me behind my back and that my dad told me about, like, getting a degree in social work is easy. Okay, I'm not gonna read the rest of the thing. I already know what I'm gonna say. You're not the asshole just because, like, your dad and her aren't even married. She's your ex-stepmother at that point. Like,
but they're still together. Therein lies the problem. Yeah.
Okay.
You're not an asshole for wanting to do it.
Yeah.
You will be an asshole if you actually do it. And you gotta watch out because no matter what, that's your dad.
Yeah.
But the fact that he doesn't want her to have his money should be very telling to her that he does not look at her as somebody that means something to him. You know, that he's like, I don't want her to have my money. Then she's your wife. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. And also, these are such petty issues, in my opinion. Like, just because her daughter bullied you, you don't like her. And I get being mad at somebody who... It's just such petty issues, quite frankly. Like, I honestly get, being mad at someone that your parent had an affair with. But that's also on your dad, too. So, like, why would you want your dad at your wedding at that point? I don't know.
It sounds like they've got a bunch of problems with this woman.
Seems to be seriously,
center
get some
of it
therapy.
All. They need to just tell her.
Get out!
You gotta go now. You caused me problems.
Yeah, right.
Bye-bye.
Let's see. One
Somebody
last
needs
one.
some help telling her to go. I'm available. Just give me a call. Numbers on the website. 789-505-2178. I don't know. Don't call
that
unless you
sounds
look
right,
at the website.
But
yeah.
Look at H2O Croutons podcast.
Come join our website at www.h2ocroutonspodcast.com to keep up on all the latest. If you want to hear our new episodes a few days earlier and get exclusive access to members-only benefits, join our Patreon. For just $5 a month, you will get exclusive members-only benefits. After 3 months, we'll send you an H2O Croutons official sticker. You can also join our free mailing list to be notified of contests, upcoming episodes, and more. Please show your support by following us on our socials. Just search H2O Croutons on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and more. To add us on Discord, search for h2o.croutons.podcast, all lowercase, and add us. If you have a question, need advice, or want to share your thoughts on any topic we discuss in our episodes, simply send us an email at h2oquestion@gmail.com. Or you can call or leave us a text at 1-786-505-2194. Again, that is 1-786-505-2194. H2O Croutons is syndicated on YouTube, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, SiriusXM, Pandora, iHeartRadio, Player FM, and more. Please make sure you like, follow, and review on your favorite platform. We truly appreciate each and every one of you. Stay crunchy! Welcome back! Welcome back! Welcome back!
Oh my god,
Okay.
You sound... There was this TV show called Welcome Back, Kotter. I'm not going to play very much. It's because the whole...
I can see that.
Yeah.
This one is, would I be the asshole if I told my classmate's mom she can't date my dad and needs to back off? So...
Read that again for the people in the back seat.
Would I be the asshole if I tell my classmate's mom she can't date my dad and needs to back off?
How old is this person? Is it a grown adult or a 6-year-old? Because
this is a 15-year-old boy.
15-year-old boy.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's give it the full story.
Oh, I thought that was the full story.
No.
15-year-old boys have a very short attention span.
Other.
Just saying.
So for some background info, my kid's 15-year-old boy, dad, 33-year-old male, is technically a single father. My parents had me very young, and my mom didn't want kids, so she gave full custody to my dad.
Wow.
I never judged her for her decision at all.
You should.
Yeah, right. I have a lot of respect for her wanting to live the life she wants.
Oh.
You're more forgiving than I am. And I say that I am because
someone has trained him to think like that.
Look, like I said, he's more forgiving than I am. Literally more than... biological father.
A lot of
left.
people are more forgiving.
Yeah. Hey! Whatever. Biscuit.
Sorry, that's funny. Oh my God.
Anyway. Oh my gosh. When I say my dad is technically a single dad, I'm referring to his best friend, 32 male. We'll call him Joy, who I've known since I was 4 or 5 years old. They've been unknowingly co-parenting me for a little over 10 years. I say unknowingly because both of them are convinced it's just friends helping each other out. Shaking my head. They're literally... Are you trying to say your dad's gay?
I think he is. And I think he's trying to say you can't date my dad because he's gay.
I think you're kind of reaching here. Because the kid says SMH. They're literally the only ones who don't see it.
Maybe he's right.
And maybe.
You know, it's just... Oh my God.
Imagine the dad's not gay or bi at all, though. And it's just like...
Son?
We have a lot to talk about.
No, look, I know there are men and women both who years into their, say they're in their 30s and all of a sudden they're gay. And it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I was never happy. Okay. And I'm not trying to mock that, but...
Yeah.
You're not telling me...
but...
You're telling me that in all these years you've never had one little inclination that you might be.
Some people are just late to the pickup.
Some people are just always late to the party.
So, let's move on. So, anyways, here's where I'll probably end up being the asshole. I have a classmate whose mom is kind of obsessed with my dad. We'll call her Deborah.
What is her name?
Deborah.
Is it Deborah?
It's spelled D-E-Bra. So, Deborah. Deborah.
That is a correct spelling.
I know, it just makes me laugh.
Just other names are variations, too.
I know. It just makes me laugh. I like the spelling. I'm not making fun of it. I know it comes off like that, but any Deborahs out there, I swear I'm not making fun of it.
Debbie. You didn't think about that, did you?
No, I'm not making fun of it, though. I love you, Aunt Debbie. Moving on. Deborah is a single mom as well. I'm not close with her daughter, but I know her dad is absent. My dad works a blue-collar job and is pretty buff. It's really cool. He's super handy and has helped fix stuff up around the school. Deborah is always pointing out to the other mothers how good of a husband he would be. Joy and my dad have been part of the PTA for almost 3 years now. I'm autistic and they like to make sure any events at the school are autism friendly, which is... Spelling! Which is cool, I guess. Deborah is also on the PTA, and from the stories Joy has told me, she's really into my dad and will always flirt with him at meetings. Now the thing is, I'm pretty sure my dad and his best friend are in love with each other. Joy is pan and my dad is definitely not straight.
Does his dad know that he's typing this stuff?
Don't know.
And is he projecting?
Maybe, like...
I mean, it is kind of strange. Listen, what he's projecting...
not
or
fully
thinking,
done yet, just so you know.
Okay, but he's thinking stuff and forming his opinion.
Yeah.
Is it from a place of personal...
Maybe?
Yeah. Never know.
Like, if your dad says, I don't know what I am, but I'm not straight, then that's that's understandable. But like, you gotta say if he's confirmed that or not, or else you're gonna get a little made fun of here. And I'm saying that for your own mental safety. The relationship is beyond any typical platonic male friendship is, and they've been unknowingly dating for years. Okay. Deborah keeps trying to set up play dates for me and her daughter, despite us being like teenagers and able to do it for ourselves, if we wanted, which we don't, or which I don't. She's kind of annoying. Damn. She always insists on waiting for me after school, and my dad picks me up and gets super disappointed when it's Joy picking me up instead of him. Lately, she started asking me specifically if my dad is single, what kind of girls he likes, where he would go on dates, and it's honestly just super annoying. I want to tell her he's already dating his best friend, but he's technically not.
This kid really needs to back down and know his role. That's... Even if his dad is gay, it's not his place.
Yeah.
Know your damn role.
Oof, okay. No matter if I want her to back off, I already have 2 parents, and I don't need her annoying squeezing into my family. I've talked to my therapist about telling her outright to back off, and she can't date my dad, but it would be super rude. So I come to Reddit. Will I be the asshole if I tell her she can't date my dad? Yes.
100%.
Yes, and yes.
Your dad's going to tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
Because he was probably totally into her.
And he could be. And even if he's not.
If I were single and you did that, I'd be like, excuse me?
Yeah.
That's not your place.
Yeah, like, let your dad say it himself. He's his own adult. You would get mad if someone did that for you, I'm sure.
Yeah. Don't speak for other people.
Yeah.
Unless they ask you to.
Yeah, I'm just looking through responses really quick. Everyone's saying you would be the asshole. I think we've made a fair determination that most people are assholes. Sometimes it can be.
Yeah, they are.
And what I've learned here from reading this is a lot of people don't have grammar.
Yes. Why do you think I was pushing so hard when I homeschooled you?
Oh, I know.
You will learn sentence structure, you will learn adjectives, you will learn verbs, you will learn nouns.
Look, I may not have gotten my high school diploma, but I definitely got a good education thanks to my mother.
It's so funny. I actually don't either. Most people, and I do have some college under my belt.
Yeah.
But even before college, people are like, you're not stupid. Why didn't you graduate?
Yeah.
Because I had freaking problems going on at the time. It's not because I was dumb. It's not because I couldn't keep up.
For me, it was literally just my life, my ADHD, and my laziness. All wrapped up into one beautiful little yarn ball that some cat went and took and destroyed and then left the remnants of.
That was awful freaking... Okay, do you?
You know what? It makes sense to me. I say we should leave this here. You know the deal. Follow us on our socials. Check out our Patreon. Maybe buy us a coffee. I don't know. Do what you want. It's your money.
I would like iced coffee only, please. Vanilla.
Iced caramel macchiato, personally.
Oh my lord, if you do that, she will love you forever.
True. Large.
Venti.
Venti.
Venti?
I don't know.
Spanish.
God, I always say
messing me
large. I never say, like, because small, it's all, whatever. Anyway. Yeah, leaving this here. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful day, night, evening,
Day,
Christmas.
night, and evening, Christmas. All right, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.